Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a video where you read books until you find a 5-star read. This video could take a month. This video could take a day. This video could take a week. We don't know until we try. So I am it is early in the morning. I am about to go to work, but I wanted to start this video today. So let me get the book that we will be reading. This is the book that I will be starting with. I'm going to be starting with The Perfect Marriage. It is on my TBR, so that's good. Look at me, starting the month right with a TBR book. So it's May 2nd. I will be starting this book today. This is the first book that I'm reading from my May TBR. My May TBR is so good, but yeah, we're going to be starting this. I'm going to be listening to it on the way to work, and then I'll probably come home and we'll see how far I've gotten, because this book is very short, considering, probably because I just read like a 600-page book. Yeah, this book is about a little over 300 pages, so this will be the first book, and we'll see if it's a 5-star. My friend really loves this book, so I don't know what she gave it, though. I should probably go look, but I don't know if she gave it a 5-star. She just really liked it, so we'll see. I'm going to go to work now and start this book on the way there. Good morning, everyone. It's the next day. I am filming like this for a reason. I am at work currently. I got through so much of The Perfect Marriage yesterday. I did listen to it. I was on the way to work. I listened on the way back to work. And then I've been listening to it a little this morning. I thought I knew who did it the entire time. And now I'm not so sure, because I feel like there's going to be a plot twist. It has been a whirlwind of emotions, of plots. It has been crazy. And I just really am enjoying this book. So, depending on how it ends will affect my rating. If I'm reading a thriller and I figure out what the plot twist is before it happens, that's usually like a sign to me that it wasn't a great thriller, like The Silent Patient or Rock, Paper, Scissors. But we will find out, and I don't know if I'm right currently. So we'll see. I'm not going to spoil the book because I'm not that kind of girl, but I'm going to go read it a little bit more before I go into work, and we'll see if I'm right. I will let you know if I'm right or not. I'm not going to tell you who I think, but I will tell you if I'm right or not. Hello, everyone. It is now later. I got off of work. I ate breakfast. Can you tell I needed to come home? I ate dinner. And I also finished my book. I would say if you want an easy read and something that'll keep you entertained throughout the entire book, this is a good option. But was it a 5-star read? It was not a 5-star read for me personally. In saying that, it was a very good book, but it was not a 5-star. I gave this book a 4.25, and I'll probably talk about it more in my wrap-up. But overall, the story was very interesting. And I sort of got the twist. Not completely. I thought there was like more people involved in the twist. Okay, I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just literally going to mention what's on the back of the book. If you want to read about someone who has a husband that has an affair, and then the person he has an affair with ends up dead, and they have to figure out who done did it, and she has to defend her husband in the court case. I had a very good time reading this book, but it was not like a 5-star. It wasn't like anything crazy. It wasn't like a plot twist I didn't see coming. Basically, how I rate thrillers is I go off of like how good the plot twist is, but since I sort of knew what was happening and who did it, I gave it a 4.25, and it was really good, and I had a great time reading it. And it's also very short. Like, if you want to read this book, it's very short. So, not a 5-star, though. So, I do have to pick my next book that I'm going to bring to work tomorrow. Okay, I have picked my next book. I am going to stick on the thriller train, and honestly, I love this person's book so much. And I think that it could be a really high contender. I don't know. I've never really heard much about this book, but I will be reading next One by One by Freida McFadden. And if you know me, you know I love a Freida McFadden book. So I'm highly, highly excited for this book. This is a really short Frida book. But anyway, I'll probably start this tomorrow, so I'll talk to you maybe tomorrow? I don't know. Good morning, everyone. I definitely didn't plan that out. I definitely didn't set up a camera and come back in this room. Anyway, I am about 50% through One by One right now. So I'm going to continue reading. And this book is not very long. It's a very short book. I think it's under 300. Yeah, it's under 300 pages. So I'm literally going to sit down and finish the rest of it today. Like, probably within the hour. But so far, I'm really liking this. But I wasn't expecting things to happen so fast. I feel like we got the basic premise of the story, we got the basic ideas about the characters, and then things start happening. And I just wasn't expecting it, but I should have been because it's literally so short. But I'm really liking it so far. So I'm going to continue to read it and finish it like right now. Okay, I just finished One by One by Freida McFadden, and I ended up giving this book 3.75 stars, and I know that's like very picky, but I literally knew the plot twist by one scene that happened in the book, like in the very beginning, and I just knew. Also, I feel like this book was kind of really short, so I felt like we couldn't get to know the characters super well. Not that we needed to know them well because it's a thriller, but it's a 3.75. It wasn't a 5-star. And that's what we're searching for. So we need to continue on with this video. I am continuing it today because I literally am going to spend my entire day in this room. I love this room. This is my room. I'm creating my room and I love it. But I wanted to show you guys, one of my friends at work was like, oh, I saw this and I thought about you. And I was like, first of all, how sweet of you. Also, I was like, look how cute this is. Look how freaking cute. Look how freaking cute. It stands outside the book. I just think that's so cute and I was so happy. I was like, oh, we need to read another book. So I am going to pick one off my TBR. Look at me following my TBR. It's only like May 6th. Yeah, it's May 6th. So I'm gonna put this away and I'm gonna pick my next book, and I do know what I kind of want to read already because I've been reading thrillers. Can't go back into another thriller, so let me get it. This is the next book that I will be reading, The Rule Book by Sarah Adams, and this is on my TBRs. Is this gonna be reading my TBR / finding a 5-star? Probably. I'm really excited for this. I haven't read like a sports romance in so long. I feel like her books are just easy to read and I'm very, very excited. So this is what our next book will be. I just realized, Elena, you have a lot of stuff that you need to clean and you really don't have time to sit down and continue reading the rule book. So I'm going to start an audiobook. I'm going to do Give Me More, which I'll show you the cover later. I just want something like mindless that I can just listen to and I don't really have to pay too much attention to. So I am going to, sorry if it's echoey in here. I am going to read Give Me More while I do all of the things that I need to do because my house is a freaking wreck, so. Hello everyone, it is now a lot later. I don't think I gave you one update, but I finished Give Me More. So I finished 2 books today. I was 50% through One by One though, so I ended up listening to a little bit while I was cleaning, and then I read the rest of it throughout the rest of the day. But anyway, I would say this is my favorite book of the series so far for sure, but I don't think it's a 5-star. It's hard for me to think about my 5-star books and then put this as one of my 5 stars. I just don't think it's a 5-star. I think it's more like a 4.5, honestly. Definitely very entertaining, very different from anything I've ever read, to be honest. So not a 5-star, but a 4.5 for sure the best book of the series so far. And I don't know if I told you, but I got to chapter 5 of the rule book. So that's where I am in that. I'll be bringing that to work tomorrow. But I am going to go to sleep. But we did not find a 5-star today. Briefly mention that I started The Nightingale. I am a big history buff, and I don't think a lot of people know that about me, but mainly I like to know and study World War II. So this is right up my alley, because if you don't know, this book is like talking about World War II, and specifically it's talking about 2 sisters that go through World War II. I mean, that's my general gist of it so far. I'm on chapter 11. This morning, I'm just going to see how far I get into this. It's 6:30. Don't ask me why I'm awake. I don't know. On my days off, I like to come in here, read, start my morning like that. I'm on chapter 11 of the rule book, this is really good too. But right now, I feel like this is the vibe that I'm more going for. Like, so far this is really, really good in my opinion, so I feel like I should keep going with this because it's really good and I'm enjoying a lot of the book, so I might have a 5-star in my hand. We don't know. Good morning, everyone. I am literally, well, I just got to chapter 33 of this book. I have this much left. I just got to a part where everything's going to change, and I wasn't prepared for it to be right then and there, but I guess making it literally, like, I don't have that much of this book left. Hold on. This is how much I have left. Okay, so we barely have anything left. The thing that I've kind of been waiting for it to happen just happened. Waiting to see how that goes. I'm on the edge of my seat wondering how that is going to play out because I am scared. It blows my mind that this was real life and people literally lived through this and had to make, I guess, arrangements to be able to live. I mean, they didn't have food. They barely had water. They barely had all these things that you need to survive because of all the things that were happening. I mean, I'm reading about someone that was in France, or people that were in France. That's just one country that was involved. So it's like, to think this was real life blows my mind. Yeah, I'm going to binge read the rest of this and figure out what goes on because the thing just happened, okay? The thing. If you read this book, you know. The thing just happened. Why did that have to happen? I can't say without spoiling it, but why did that have to happen? Chapter 37, if you read this book, that did not need to happen, I think. And it kind of just ticked me off. I'm ready to talk about my review on this book. I have done this book for hours now. We have been doing a lot of stuff in the garage and everything, which is why I look like this, but you will see that video before you see this one, so it's a vlog if you want to watch it. Anyway, finally ready to talk about it. I was confused on my rating for this book because I love this book, okay? Loved it so much. It was so good. I don't know, I love her writing in this book, I will say. Like, I felt like I was in the story. I felt like it was very much like I was watching a movie. Like, I felt like I was watching the movie, and we all know the movie is always worse than the book. The book's always better. But I don't know. I love this book, but there's something about it where I'm like, I don't think it's a 5-star. I don't think it gave me the 5-star feeling that I was sure this was going to be a 5-star for me. I was convinced when I found out what this book was about that it was going to be a 5-star, okay? But I am going to give this book a 4.5. Hear me out. That's still great. Like, I want you to read this book. I want you to feel what even a glimpse of people that went through this time went through. Like, I want you to feel it a little bit, because you can't feel it because you weren't there. You weren't a part of it. And I like that the reason why this title is what it is. I like that aspect of it too. I just really enjoyed everything. It just wasn't a 5-star for me. And I don't exactly know why. Well, actually, I think it's because the ending, I feel like the ending just happened so fast, okay? Maybe that is why. I feel like the whole book, we're leading up to a specific thing that is going to happen. And I was waiting. And then we get to the part and it's like, bam, 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 bam. The book's over. And I'm like, okay, but I would have liked to see a little bit more of everything that had happened. But all in all, love this book. I'm going to recommend it to everyone. I'm going to recommend it to you. Just be wary. I cried 2 or 3 times. But definitely 4.5. Enjoyed it. Loved it. Would recommend it. And I have nothing else to say. I just had a great time reading this book. Hello everyone. I wanted to hop on here and tell you that I will be pausing the rule book because I don't feel like I am actually going to give this 5 stars. So we're going to switch it up. I'm going to go get a book that I literally am convinced, I have convinced myself for years, okay, months, that this is going to be a 5-star. So let me get it. I have convinced myself from watching one other review that this is going to be a 5-star for me. If you know anything about me, love a dark romance. I'm a dark romance kind of gal. And I have convinced myself that this book will be a 5-star. So, will it be? I don't know. But I plan on starting this morning and see how far I can get through it. The only thing that I know about this book is there's 2 sisters. And one of the sisters has a fiance. And the other sister hates her fiance. And they bicker back and forth. And then they get taken together and they have to survive together. That's all I know. And if you didn't know, there are also, they don't call them trigger warnings. They call them content warnings. I love a book with a content/trigger warning. So I'm going to go start this and we'll see how far I get. What is going on? What in the world? Okay, yeah. But I've been editing all morning and now I just want to read for a little bit and enjoy my day off. It is the perfect reading weather today. It is raining outside. It is dreary. It is perfect. I love it. This book is very, 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 very dark, very heavy, and I'm literally on page 41. We just started the book and all of this is already happening. So that's my update. And I'm going to continue to try to binge read it. But look, I did my little book trick. And it's like the perfect amount of flop. I don't think I've moved the whole of part 1. Those 90 pages were insane. So I don't even know what the rest of the book is going to be. This book has everything in it. I'm on part 3. I don't think I can stop anytime soon because of what just happened. I have 100 pages left and I am not going to move until I finish these 100 pages because of what just happened. All right, everyone. I, in fact, did finish Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman. I had a wonderful time reading this book. I loved basically every second of it. It is very, very, very heavy. Very heavy. Check the content warnings. If you don't like dark romance, this is like very dark. But I think it was like the most beautiful, heartbreaking story is the only way that I can describe this. And this right here, I understand. The reason the title is what it is. So now you're waiting for my rating, right? You're waiting for me to be like, oh, the rating. I was so convinced it was going to be 5 stars. I didn't get the 5-star feeling. I really just don't have it. And it kind of makes me mad because I love this book. But for some reason, I just don't have that 5-star feeling that I have when I read my 5-star favorite books. This book's more of a 4.75 stars for me, I think. And I wish it was a 5-star because I want to post this video. But it's not. It's not. And saying that, if you like really dark books that deal with very heavy topics and you're okay with that kind of thing, recommend. But if you can't handle that, do not recommend, okay? But for me, this book is a 4.75 stars. So I had a great time, but it wasn't the 5-star books that hold near and dear to my heart. So now I have to pick out another book. I haven't posted a book video because I'm like, surely, like, I'm not a harsh rater. This isn't going to be a long video. I'm a liar, so I'll either pick my next book now or in a little while. Good morning. I'm going to be starting Archer's Voice this morning. I'm about to go on a walk, so I'm going to listen to the audiobook while I walk. I'm pulling out all the stops. A lot of people love this book. They literally give it 5 stars. So if I don't find a 5-star today, so I'm just going to go walk around and listen to this audiobook, and then we'll come back and we'll actually read the physical book. But I'm not walking around physically reading this book around my neighborhood. Imagine. No. But I'll update you when I come back from my walk. Hello everyone. I just want to give you a quick update on my reading of Archer's Voice. I am obsessed with Archer right now. Like, he seems so cute, so innocent, and he just needs someone in his life, and I'm obsessed with him right now. Anyway, not so sure how I feel about this Travis guy. I'm not going to say anything because nothing has happened quite yet, but I'm not sure how I feel about him. But also really like the girl main character too. Like, she's very sweet. She seems very kind and tender-hearted. So I'm flying through this book. I'm on chapter 19. But I had to come out and go to Target because, well, I didn't have to. I wanted to go to Target, you know. Just leave my house for a little bit. I'm not going to take you in Target because it has nothing to do with this video. But just know I'm on chapter 19 and I am loving this book so far. Archer's story was something, these two characters have been through it, and it's just like, it's hitting me. I don't know. I feel for them. Also, she is so patient with him, and I just think that's beautiful. And they have so many good quotes in here. I really wish I annotated my books. This is another book that I feel like I would reread and go back and tab. I'm not even done the book yet. I'm literally not done. But Happy Place and Beach Read are other books that I would go back and tab. Like, I would reread it and tab all the quotes that I think are good and can be beneficial to your life. And this is one of those books that I probably should go back and annotate at some point, you know? I love these characters and I want to go finish. I'm going to finish this book right now. I am flabbergasted. I am not okay. I'm on chapter 35. Guys, I finished the book, and let me tell you, Book Talk is not lying. This book was amazing. Amazing. I did, in fact, find a 5-star read, okay? I did. In this book, I love Archer. I think he's one of my favorite book boyfriends ever. He's literally the opposite of what I usually love in a book boyfriend. But he He is amazing. In the ending, when I was crying, I was like so sure that something had happened, and then something happened. But anyway, I can't say it, but if you know the ending, I was distraught. I wasn't okay, but I'm okay now. I took some time, finished the book, read the extended epilogue, and I love this book. I would say, I saw someone say it was a slow burn. I didn't really get the slow burn kind of vibe. I mean, not really, in my opinion. It wasn't very slow at all. I thought it was good pacing. I thought the connection between the characters was very prominent. I thought their relationship was beautiful. And just know that there's some trauma that both characters go through. So if you're okay with reading about trauma, they're kind of dramatic, very, very heart-wrenching traumas that these characters go through separately, that they come together and they're like kind of trauma bonded, I guess, because they're able to talk to each other about it. But just know there is some trauma that happens between the characters, but like separately, not as one. The stuff that these characters have gone through, especially Archer, the amount of things that this man has gone through, I really want to go back and annotate this book. I really do. I literally haven't moved in hours. Been wanting to go back and reread it already. So that tells me I have a 5-star on my hands. I cannot believe that I finally found a 5-star book. I read so many books. I want to go get them all and show you every book that I read. I know you just watched the video, but I want to hold them so we can admire the amount of books that I read to get to this point. I got all the books. This is ridiculous. I had 2 books in here that I was convinced were going to be 5 stars, okay? And don't get me wrong, we had some great reads. This one shined above the rest. I know I didn't finish the rule book, but we read quite a bit of it, and I will be getting back into it. Like, I'm going to finish the book, but I just knew it wasn't a 5-star, so I didn't want to continue. But literally, guys, I did not think this video was going to take as long as it did. I have been doing this video since May 2nd. It's May 14th. I haven't uploaded one book video because I was convinced that this wasn't going to take that long. And I know some people's goes on for months, but I'm just really happy that I found a 5-star, and I'm so happy that I finally read this book because I have seen it so many places, and I was like, people have to be hyping this up too much, right? People have to be like over dramatic about how good this book is. No, they're not. And I should listen. I should listen when books are talked about so much, because clearly there's a reason. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, coming along on this journey with me. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you are having a great day. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because it helps me out. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.